Hello, it's December the 31st, New Year's Eve, and I'm out on a solo overnight wild camp. What better way to celebrate the new year than to get out in nature? I'm here in East Norfolk. I couldn't get any further east in England without getting my feet wet in the North Sea. Astronomically, this will be the first part of land in England that will receive the new year tonight. I want to be one of the first to welcome it. I'm looking for a suitable spot to wild camp between Horsey Gap and St Pauling. So, what better location to be in? The Norfolk coastline around here is renowned for the grey seal population that comes to have its calves between November and February. So stay with me and hopefully tomorrow morning we'll get up bright and early and go and have a look. As you can see, the sun is beginning to set. That's one of the offshore helicopters flying back to Norwich. Just over my left shoulder you can see the dunes. Behind the dunes there is the beach, and then it's the North Sea. Next stop Denmark, or is it Holland? I'm out once again on my Canyon Exceed mountain bike. It's a hardtail, got it laden up, but because of the cold temperatures expected at this time of year, I've had to take some extra clothing and my Four Seasons sleeping bag, and I put that in the rucksack on my back. But I haven't got too much further to go, just a few kilometres. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to be wild camping tonight, so that's the reason why I brought the Zephyros One tent rather than a tarp, because I think I may find myself on the beach or somewhere near the beach, and there may be a lack of trees, so I thought the one-man tent is probably the better option. It's only about 3:30 in the afternoon and the sun has pretty much set. Still a little bit of twilight. Nothing quite like arriving at your wild camp in the dark. Hi, I'm off the road now and it's trail all the way to the wild camp, and I'm heading south along the national path. Hopefully it won't be too long now before I find a location to set up. I've just pulled up off the path into the dunes and it's virtually dark now, so I'm just using this bike torch to illuminate myself. I hope you can see me. I'm on the crest of the dunes and I'm looking down over the beach. Yeah, so I think I'm probably here. Find somewhere around here in the dunes, pitch the tent. There it is, the one-man tent pitched. Not the smoothest of locations, I've got to admit, and I hope I don't end up rolling to the left, or else I'll have a bit of a rude awakening on the beach. This is the Zephros One by Terra Nova one-man tent. Bought this specifically for bike packing. It's nice and lightweight, although trying to put it up this evening in the dark was a little bit problematic. Got some of the strings caught up, but nevertheless managed to get it up now. I'm going to try and show you inside now. There's a single side zip for entry. Once inside the tent, there's the sleeping compartment, and that's accessed through this zipped part here. I've got a Four Seasons downfilled sleeping bag from Mountain Warehouse. This is the Everest Extreme, and I've got that inside a Gore-Tex bivy bag. This is my ex-army Gore-Tex bivvy bag, just for an extra layer of warmth really, and to protect the outside of the sleeping bag. And then underneath there I've got my sleeping mat, and this is my thermarest. It's a large, and it's got a very high R factor. One of my dry bags I fold up and it captures the air, and that makes quite a nice sort of blow up pillow. So that's my sleeping. Here's my bike, my Canyon Exceed, just thrown into the sand dune, discarded. It got me here safely. Thank you, bike. There's obviously no woods around here and no trees, and it's all sand dunes and grasses, so there's no way I'm going to have a fire tonight. The way I'm going to heat my food is on a little stove, and I've got my little Trangier sort of spirit burner, and I'm going to be using a little firebox to contain it. Here's my little wood burning stove. It's like a firebox, but it's an unbranded version. It's made of stainless steel and it's quite heavy, but packs away flat, and it's very useful. So I'm going to put my little Trangier just in the centre there when I'm ready to heat up my food. On the menu tonight we've got vegetarian spaghetti bolognese without the spaghetti. It's a bolognese that I made up with some corn mince the other day, and I'm going to be having it with some pasta, some quick cooked pasta. And then for pudding I've got a mince pie and something special just to wash it all down with. So let's get ourselves inside the Zephros tent now and settle down. A few more hours to go to 2020 and the new decade. Hello, welcome and good evening to my Zephyros One-Man Tent. I'm all set up, time to light the stove and get some food on. Right, now we can put this back together. Got the bolognese on the go. Come back to that once it's cooked, and then just heat up the pasta. And I've got a bit of cheese just to go on top. That'd be nice. Yeah, so I made this from scratch a couple of days ago. It's got onion and celery, which I liquidised in the food processor with some basil, fresh basil leaves, and then I added a tin of chopped tomatoes, some tomato puree, fried off some mushrooms, and then the mince, the corn mince. I've already tried this the other day and it was really delicious, so I'm looking forward to this. It's actually a bit of a cheat because it's cuppa soup or cup shots. I kind of just add the hot water and that's going to be my pasta. I was thinking about cooking this other pasta, but I think this would be the simplest way to do it. I've just put some water in this pot, and then just down here I've got the bolognese, and the time is now ticking by. It's 10 to 8. I reckon that this will be ready in about 10 minutes. So in the meantime I'm going to continue to drink my beer and have a few nibbles, I think. Cheers. Probably my favourite crisps of all time. These are my Walker's Sensations. Sweet Thai chili, definitely great. What a way to see in the new year. There, give that a bit of a stir. Okay, so there's the finished product. Probably doesn't look too much. Smells good. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, nearly forgot my cheese. Got some cheese. Sprinkle the cheese on. There we go. Alright, now here's the big test. Time to eat some. Here goes. Mwah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's alright. Okay, I'm now going to enjoy my supper. Don't worry, you don't have to sit through it all. I'll meet you again for desserts. Cheers. I've finished my main course and I've now got my dessert, a rather special looking mince pie, and I'm going to wash it down with some of this rather fine Jack Daniel's whiskey, which has got a honey liqueur added to it, so it's really rather sweet, very nice for Christmas, great for the new year. So mince pie and whiskey. Oh, such luxury here in Norfolk. My goodness me. Wow. Just had a look at the watch. So still a few more hours to go before the new year, and I was just looking around to see how incredibly pitch black it is. I hope you can hear the waves when you're picking that up. Oh, it's tremendous. I just wanted to show you this little pot stand that I got for Christmas, and it's very lightweight. It comes in these two pieces. You fit them together like that, like a little cross, and then on your spirit stove, just take the lid off, that is going to sit on top of there like that, like so, very well designed, and then your pot is going to sit on top of that, so something like this. I've never seen anything like that before, and I think that that's really good, because otherwise you have to have some other mechanism to keep your pot on top of the stove. But just thought I'd show you that. Nice little stocking filler. Alright, so just having a look at my watch, it looks like we've got 1 minute to go to midnight, 1 minute to go to the end of the year, and to the new decade, of course, 2020. So this is a good chance just to reflect on the year gone and think about the year ahead. I've just started really with YouTube, and I'd like to thank everybody that's subscribed to the channel, particularly my relatives who have had to put up with me. And thank you very much to the new subscribers. It's really very appreciated, and I hope that I can keep producing videos that you will like to watch. Here I am then in East Norfolk, on the coast, in a sand dune, in a one-man tent, by myself, well, with 60 or so seals just a few metres away on the beach, and with 10 seconds left of the year. It's building up to say to you a very, very happy new year from Norfolk in England. 3, 2, 1, midnight. Happy New Year! Cheers! Excellent. Good night. Cheers!
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning.
Happy New Year, everybody. Good morning. 1st of January 2020. And it's raining. Of course it's raining. It's England. Oh look, there's a little snail. Yeah, good weather for him, I suppose. Time at the moment, it's 20 past 7. Still completely dark. Sun hasn't come up yet. Even though we're as far east as you can possibly get, no glimmer of sunshine or brightening sky whatsoever. I've just come down to the edge of the sand dunes and I'm looking down onto the beach. On the beach just down below me, there's one or two individual pairs. There's a mother just down here with a young calf that's in the beautiful white colours. Just over my left shoulder here, there's a little collection. There's a mother with her calf, and I'm pretty sure that that looks like a bull just come out of the sea there. Yeah, just tucked in the rocks there's a little calf, that white speck. But my goodness me, look at that, just look how camouflaged they are. Oh wow, there's a massive bull. Well, he's absolutely enormous. Huge, great thing. Over my right shoulder, there's a series of sea defences, or groins, and they run up the coast towards Cromer to stop the longshore drift and the movement of the sands from this location. And just beyond that groin, I can see a colony of approximately 60 grey seals. Hopefully go up there and have a little look over the top from the sand dunes looking down. Obviously I'm going to keep a safe distance and I don't want to disturb them, but what a wonderful spectacle on this New Year's Day. This is where I camped last night, just off the track in the sand dunes here, and you can see the coast. Not the smoothest of surfaces. That was really difficult to try and find anything that was generally level and without too many bumps. I'm approximately between Horsey Gap and Sea Palling at the moment, and if you were to continue north up this track, you'd head up towards Sea Palling and Haysborough Lighthouse, and then you'd go round the corner at Overstrand and eventually end up at Cromer before heading west along the North Norfolk path. The visibility is not so great today, but if you could see it, you'd probably see Haysborough Lighthouse just cresting the horizon somewhere there up the coast. And you head down this way. The next town is Winterton-on-Sea, followed by Great Yarmouth and then Lowestoft. And Lowestoft, just to be precise, Lowestoft Ness is the furthest easterly point in the British Isles. So they got the New Year first. But that's almost due south from here, about 34 kilometres. Up from my overnight wild camp location, and I have everything now on the bike and in my rucksack, and I'm heading off back to the car. I'm heading north along the sand dunes, and I've just noticed a little set of stairs down to the beach, so I've parked up and I'm going to sneak down just to have a last little look at the seals before heading off to home. Hope you enjoyed my overnight wild camp here on the East Norfolk coast. The weather's taken a turn for the worst. It's wet and windy and pretty wild, so I'm out of here. I Hope you enjoyed seeing the seals with me. Remember, if you fancy coming down to see the seals yourself, check out the web to make sure that you abide by any of the safety restrictions. You don't want to be disturbing the seals at this time of year with their calves, and they can be very dangerous. If you get too close to the calves, the mothers will try to protect them, and of course any kind of human activity around the seals is going to stress them, and that's the last thing that we want for these beautiful creatures here in Norfolk. So thanks very much for joining me. I'll leave you with a few shots of the seals here, and until the next trip, happy camping.